My daughter, I don't know what her life's gonna be like or none of that because you took it away.
On June 15, 2020, the heavens gained an unexpected angel as 18-year-old Nakia Renee Crawford, affectionately known as Kiki, transitioned into eternal rest. Born in Akron, Ohio on October 16, 2001, to Lisette Williams and Nicholas Crawford, Kiki's vibrant spirit left an indelible mark on those who knew her. A proud graduate of Akron North High School, part of the class of 2020, Nakia envisioned a bright future. Eager to embark on her college journey, she had set her sights on Central State University that fall. Aspiring to major in computer science technology, dreaming of owning her own specialist business and working for NASA or in forensic science, Kiki's ambitions reached for the stars. More than an aspiring scholar, Kiki, fondly called Kiki the G by her close-knit family and friends, radiated warmth and compassion. Whether looking out for her younger siblings, offering babysitting help to cousins and others, or simply being a pillar of support, she was always there for people in need. Her contagious smile and beautiful soul left an unforgettable impression on everyone she encountered, turning ordinary rooms into spaces touched by her greatness. Tragically, on an ordinary Sunday, June 14th, Nakia's life was cut short in a case of mistaken identity. Driving her grandmother to the bank, an unexpected burst of gunfire claimed her life at a red light, leaving her grandmother unharmed. The initial assumption of a racially motivated attack gave way to the revelation of a misunderstanding. 3 suspects, Adaris Black, Jayon Bivens, and Janisha George, emerged, with George surrendering and facing charges of obstructing justice, while Black is alleged to be the shooter. Akron Police Deputy Chief Jesse Lesser emphasized the heartbreaking misidentification, acknowledging that Nakia Crawford was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. Expressing condolences, he hoped that pending arrest would bring some semblance of justice to her grieving family. As the community mourned the loss of this promising soul, the Crime Stoppers reward reached $50,000, urging the remaining suspects to peacefully surrender. In the midst of all this tragedy, Nakia's memory lives on, cherished by those who knew and loved her. In October of 2022, Adaris Black was convicted of murder in the death of Nakia.
Finally, one step closer to justice.
Just knowing that he's in a cage now, because he needs to be in a cage. You know, because to me, he's an animal.
After more than a year and a half on the run, the teen police believe pulled that trigger that killed Nakia Crawford is locked up tonight. He was arrested some 700 miles away from Akron.
Nakia's loved ones spoke only with News 5's Bob Jones. They say they believe there are others who need to be held accountable.
My last 20 months have been a nightmare. It's been a nightmare.
For more than a year and a half, the family of Nakia Crawford has faced devastation, fear, and anxiety, waiting for Nakia's suspected killer to be arrested.
It's been torture. It's been agonizing. You kind of figure it's going to eventually come to an end, but you just don't know when.
And then last night, the family finally got word that Adaris Black, who is charged with the murder, was arrested after a traffic stop in Atlanta. He was traced there by the Northern Ohio Violent Fugitive Task Force, who told News 5 Black had this loaded AK-47.
To have an AK-47 means that he wasn't even worried about the murder.
According to the U.S. Marshal Service, there were multiple tips on Black, and leads were followed in Ohio, Michigan, Kentucky, West Virginia, and Tennessee. And when he was arrested in Georgia, he had a fake ID from California. Nakia's family is convinced he didn't avoid the law on his own.
He had to get money from somewhere. And shame on the people that enabled him.
In June of 2020, Nakia was shot on North Howard Street while driving her maternal grandmother home from the bank. Police say Black fired the shots from another car and targeted the wrong vehicle, killing an innocent victim. Nakia's paternal grandma says the world lost a kind, smart young woman who would have started college a few months later.
Whenever something happened to me, she was always there. Even as a toddler, it was like she would appear to pull me out of a dark place.
Black.
18 years to life. That's the sentence Adaris Black received for the shooting death of Nakia Crawford today. The 18-year-old was gunned down in her car while driving her grandmother. Our Emma Henderson was in the courtroom during the emotional sentencing today. I say hello to you, Emma.
Hi, Laura. Even with those 18 years, the Crawfords family says that's not enough. They ideally would have liked to see life without parole.
My daughter, I don't know what her life gonna be like or none of that because you took it away. She graduated high school. She didn't even live her life 2 weeks after she graduated high school to see what college was like or nothing. That's wrong. You don't even care. You can't even look me in my face.
Speaking directly to Adaris Black, the man sentenced in the murder of her daughter, Lisette Crawford made her true feelings known.
Knowing that he never got 18 to life or whatever, hopefully he get denied every time he go up for an appeal.
Numerous others spoke of Nakia Crawford, saying she was kind, a loving family member who was taking her grandmother to the bank when she was shot and killed shortly after graduating high school.
I'm just glad the wait is over. My sister's soul can finally rest peacefully, as well as me and our family can find some kind of peace, knowing her murderer is facing the consequences deserved. Although justice will be served today, nothing can amount up to her life and the love that she gave during her life.
And as a packed courtroom looked on, even more families shared what Crawford's loss has meant to them.
Kiki, I hope it's enough. I hope it's enough, Kiki, because it's not enough for me. I wish he could have got life without parole, you know. I hope they can put posters in his cage where he's going of my granddaughter, so every time he opens his eyes, all he sees is her.
Black opted not to speak today. Now, he does plan to appeal the charges as soon as he has appropriate counsel.